Welcome back to Pokemon Blue Nuzlocke. Today's episode we're hoping to beat Brock and make our way back into Mount Moon where we died last time. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it will go well, but we'll see. We're gonna get Papillima up to level 10 here. And I think we want... Is it level 14 or level 13 you get Water Gun? It's one of the two. But yeah, we want Adamantoise on that level as well. As soon as we get Water Gun, we can just... We don't have to worry about Brock anymore, so that will make that much easier. And the trainers on the way to Mount Moon are pretty easy, as we discovered last time, so we should be fine there as well. The problem is really only the Team Rocket guy. The Team Rocket guy was too dangerous for us, and I was not prepared. I did not think that the Eradicate was going to be that high level. I did read a comment about Eradicate that you had to worry about. I didn't know that was a trainer, and I didn't know it was going to be that high level. Apparently that's the common run killer, I hear, for the early game. Yeah. That sucks, but hey, we'll make it through. We'll figure something out. I think Kakuna can also just use Harden like Metapod, but I could be wrong. Maybe Kakuna has Tackle as well, I can't remember. I do recall Kakuna being better than Metapod if he caught it, but yeah. Oh hey, it's Pikachu. Level 3, yeah, we can take the Papillima. No worries. Yeah, I'm told Misty's Star... Let's see, is Star You the small one, then the big one is Star Me? Or is it the other way around? Well, anyway, the evolved form of the Starfish Pokemon. I hear that's a run killer as well, but I'm actually prepared for that because that one was hard when you played as a kid. I remember that. You would finish the first Pokemon she had, which was the first one, and then you get to the evolved form, and you would just die. So at least that I'm kind of prepared for. Oh dear. Okay, quick attack. That should be enough for level 10, I think. No? Okay, one more then. Yeah. I mean, some people were... I mentioned this in earlier episodes, but people do wonder why I'm not just playing Leaf Green instead. And like I said, I'm not fond of the Game Boy Advance visuals to begin with, but also just the way it deals with the tutorial aspect. I find that annoying. It has some minor shadiness I didn't like. And it's also, it is the 20th anniversary, so it just feels right playing the G1 release, even if it's the Western 98 release, I think, but still. And I mentioned that because obviously the GBA version has the experience bar, which this version is sorely lacking. Even though it has an arrow, which is strange. Like, it has the arrow by the health bar. You think that was meant to indicate next level points, but nope. It's just to point at the Pokemon in case you didn't know which ones were yours. Which I guess is good in a way, since up and down is not necessarily relative to left and right. Still not level 10, huh? Okay. They are pretty low level here, I guess. They're even lower in Route 2 though, so I figured this would be better, but... Yeah. Yeah. So come on then, level 10. What? I'm gonna check this. 25. Okay, so one more. One more. Come on. Yeah, right now it would have been nice to have that experience bar, I gotta say. Oh, well, that's gonna give so much XP that I can just switch Adamantoid as well, I think. I start getting my experience points here. Because level 6 Metapod must give decent points. That's gotta be 50 points, right? Yeah, 60 points even. Good. And apparently Eradicate's a really late evolution, and it's just that the game tricks you. It's like the reverse version of the high level Caterpies and stuff. So, yeah. I'm just gonna hog all the XP for myself now, so I get my water gun attack. It's very much a case of just get it over with now, to be honest. So I don't want to be stuck here leveling too long. I mean, we already spent 3 episodes doing that last run, so. Oh, tackle. Well, that works. It's level 4. Might as well. Oh no, my speed fell. I'm just gonna sit here, have a sip of my drink while I'm playing with one hand. Feels like the good old days when you. I remember when you were leveling on the Game Boy Color as a kid, like, because you were leveling in like low level areas, because you were leveling up like some random Pokemon that you had just caught, and you basically just held the Game Boy Color in one hand and didn't look at the screen while talking to other people, like at the playground or whatever, and we just like, because you knew like, yeah, I'm winning if you're spamming the first attack I have in my list, so I don't need to look at the screen right now. And then you'd eventually hear the that you won, so you would switch to like walking left and right on the D-pad, still not looking, and you just repeat that. At least I did that. I still have my old Game Boy Color that I had as a kid, although I took off the sticker on the back for like the information, for like battery information and licensing information, and I put that on my 3DS instead. Just because I could. Because it was still very sticky. So I was like, hey, I can just rip this off and put it back on. But I don't want to put it back on the Game Boy Color. So I put it back on the 3DS. Okay, I don't know why, to be honest. I thought it was funny. I was going to say, I'll show you, but I don't have a camera, so I can't show you on the episode, actually. But I can't edit it into the episode, I suppose. So if I remember to, I'm gonna show the 3DS with my sticker now. You might have noticed that if I put it up, that there's tape there now because it started like peeling off in the edges, so I just put some tape on it. I'm gonna get a new 3DS anyway, so I'm probably gonna keep my old one because I want to create a new Nintendo ID. Because the old one uses my dead name, and I figured if I keep my old one, I can still use that to play like whatever crap I have on there, you know. And I haven't bought many games on the 3DS. I bought like F3 Odyssey 4, Animal Crossing, which I lost my town in, so I didn't even have any saves there. Smash Bros, which I don't play. I think that's it. Oh no, I have Crimson Shroud on there and Gunman Clive, but yeah, that's probably it. Apart from the virtual console games you got for free for being a ambassador, because I got my 3DS on launch day. Yeah, I haven't used my 3DS much digitally. Mostly because it's such a pain to use the system. Like, it's not intuitive. And the eShop is much better now. The eShop is much better now, but it's still not good. The Wii U eShop is splendid. I love the Wii U eShop. But the 3DS eShop, like, when it first came out, it was terrible to navigate and do anything. Now you can find the stuff you want, but it's still, like, just awful to navigate, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Yeah, I actually almost bought Bravely Second, because I've been hearing that you don't need to, even though it's a sequel to the first one, you actually can start with Second if you want to, and it's better in every way. Because I haven't gotten around to Bravely Default yet because of my issues with the 3DS. But I figured I would just hold off and wait to get a new 3DS and then probably get both games instead. Because I do want to play those. Being a fan of the Final Fantasies, after all. I mean, people probably know this by now, but Bravely Default started out as a sequel to Final Fantasy IV Heroes of Light for the DS. And that's why it actually has, like, some of the same appearing monsters and jobs and bosses and stuff like that. Because it's technically a sequel, but kind of not, because they dropped the Final Fantasy name. Because Yoichi Wada, at the time, I think it was Yoichi Wada, it might have been Naoki Yoshida. No, it wasn't Naoki Yoshida, what am I saying? Naoki Yoshida has nothing to do with Bravely Default. That's Final Fantasy XIV. Who was I thinking of? Because it wasn't Yoichi Wada. Who the fuck was I thinking of at Square Enix? If it wasn't Yoichi Wada, it must have been... Oh yeah, Kitase, Yoshinori Kitase. Yoshinori Kitase, I think it was either Kitase or Wada who basically said that the modern Final Fantasy fan wouldn't get along with the classic Bravely Default style too much because they didn't grow up with it. Which is probably the same reason they were so surprised it did well in the West. And that's why they actually dropped the Final Fantasy name and gave it a unique title. Although they put Flying Fairy as subtitles specifically because they wanted FF, just as a reference back to its origin. Which, you know, is kind of cute when you consider the fact that had it been called Final Fantasy IV Heroes of Light 2, it would have been a worse title, but it probably would have sold even better than the already really good sales they had. But hey, it's cool that Japan, I mean, Square Enix has actually, like, multiple Final Fantasy style franchises now, and not just Final Fantasying everything, because that was a big problem. Of course, first in the West, when they named things Final Fantasy in North America, just to tie it in with the original game, rather than actually, like, let it be its own thing. You had that with Saga becoming Final Fantasy Legend, and of course, Seiken Densetsu, which admittedly was called Final Fantasy Gaiden in Japan, but it was still called Seiken Densetsu, became Final Fantasy Adventure, although it was Mystic Quest in Europe. And of course, Final Fantasy Mystic was a good example as well. But then, like, you started having this thing where, like, oh, Square Enix is making a new Final Fantasy game, and it seemingly doesn't even try to reference Final Fantasy apart from, look, we had a Moogle drawn upon a wall or something. And now they can actually do different stuff, because they have Chaos Rings, they have Bravely, they have, of course, they have Seiken Densetsu, they have Saga. They have another one that I'm forgetting now for some reason. Not Dragon Quest, because Dragon Quest is obviously its very own specific thing. Which one am I missing? There's one I'm missing. Oh yeah, they have their upcoming game, which I don't remember the name of. The one from Tokyo RPG Factory. That's like a ultra classic top down JRPG with like ATB turn-based classic like FF4 style combat and it looks really cool. It just looks like someone took like a unreleased game from the mid-90s and just remade it in modern graphics, but kept like everything else, including the camera and stuff. And that's pretty cool. I guess they have Chrono as well, but let's not pretend they've done anything with Chrono recently. I don't actually know how the licenses lie with Chrono, because you feel like they would have done something with it, even for like the mobile market, but there's gotta be something preventing them. Like some license fuck up somewhere. I mean, they did the Chrono Trigger release on iOS, I think, but that's just a re-release, which isn't really much, because I mean, they've re-released it on several platforms. Yeah, you'd think they would make a new Chrono Trigger. I know that someone at Square Enix wanted to. I want to say that it was actually Sakaguchi himself, but that was of course way back when it was Squaresoft still, and they said no. I don't remember if he said why they said no, but they did like say no, we won't do another Chrono, which is a shame. I like Chrono Cross. It gets a lot of shit for not being Chrono Trigger and for admittedly screwing some stuff up with Chrono Trigger's lore and story, but I still thought it was a really solid game. I thought that game was fun. I think I might prefer it to Chrono Trigger actually in the long run. But I was never one that was big on Chrono Trigger. I like the music a lot in Chrono Trigger. A whole lot, really. It's a really good soundtrack. And I like the gameplay of Chrono Trigger, but I really just don't care much for the story. I like the characters, but not the story they're part of, I suppose. I don't know. I should probably replay it. I was on like 1 or 2 episodes, I think it was only one, but 1 or 2 episodes of my friend Polly from sucksmakepeoplesexy.net when she live streamed Chrono Trigger. It was when you meet Robo the first time, I think, and you have that awful. I was gonna say awesome, and I said awful. That's how good my brain is right now. That awesome theme song of Robo, which sounds like Rick Astley's "Never Gonna Give You Up," which is hilarious. Best tune in Chrono Trigger, though, is without a doubt Frog's theme. Like, I don't know how you made such a perfect theme song for a character, and people like it, of course, but like it's not as appreciated as a lot of other tunes from that game. That makes me sad, because it's like so fucking incredible, that song. Like I love it. It's one of my favorite tunes from the 90s in terms of video game music, and that's a pretty hard competition there, because you have like Final Fantasy 3 through 3 was 89, so 4 through 8 right there, just battling it out. And Final Fantasy 6 has some pretty damn good tunes as well. But I lost track of what I was going to say, which was that Bravely Second looks really good and I want to play it, but I should probably play Default first. I played the demo for Bravely Default and I really liked it. I never got to play Final Fantasy IV Heroes of Light, unfortunately, because I think I didn't have a DS when it released, because my DS Lite broke. Like the hinges broke on it, like it did for most people, which, you know, it still worked, but like the hinges broke, so I think, I might be wrong, but I think I like gave it to my brother who didn't have a DS at all, because I was like, I'm not playing it. And then I just kind of forgot about it. I bought a new DS Lite. I bought the Final Fantasy XII Reverend Wings Japanese release of a DS Lite, but it doesn't have a battery pack. Or if it has a battery pack, it's completely done, because it won't charge anymore. So I need to exchange the battery, and I don't have a battery, I don't have a screwdriver to change the battery, and I'm too lazy to order either of those two things, rather than just not play my games. That's a good game too, by the way. Revenant Wings, Final Fantasy 12. It's too hard at the start. Like, the difficulty curve is ridiculous. It's very unfair at the start. Apart from that, it's really fun. it's also a bit too slow, because it's basically a real-time strategy game. Like, you have these little pools of like, summons, where you summon out minions that you use in combat to take on other minions and stuff. And it's basically a real-time strategy. Actually, almost a bit MOBA-esque, but not as automatic as a MOBA. Like, it's way more manual RTS style. And it's really fun. It's really good. But it's really slow, and there's no speed up button. Like, if there was like a way to just increase the speed in the game, that game would have been like a superb recommendation for almost anyone. And honestly, they should just like put that on the 3DS, like just here, Revenant Wings Anniversary Edition or something, and just keep it the same way, but like make the top widescreen and add a speed up button. Maybe fix the difficulty at the start, because like the second mission or something is like so ridiculously hard that you will like die 10 times before you clear it. And considering how slow the game is, that's really annoying. I remember, I played it a lot on bus rides, that game. Because it was so slow that was the only time you had time to sit down and play. It was like, oh, I have an hour or two of bus riding to school or to a convention or whatever. Time to play Revenant Wings. I got stuck on that mission so long. It's the mission where you're inside an airship and you get caught because you're not meant to be there, and you have to fight off the people who actually are meant to be in the airship. But it's a good game. Good game. Especially if you like Final Fantasy 12, because I mean, it just follows up on Final Fantasy 12 and actually gives Penelo some like actual like depth as a character, which she doesn't get in Final Fantasy 12, because she's just there to be, I don't know, the 6th female character, I guess. She's a childhood friend of Vaughn, and Vaughn is almost a pointless character as is. I mean, he just manages to not be, thanks to the fact that we need a like viewer's perspective thing, a player's perspective thing, which he fits as. But like Penelope is just there so that the player's perspective have a partner. But since you get another partner like just immediately after she's introduced, we got it now, right? I tapped A too fast, so I lost track if we did it. What? Level 15? Are you kidding me? Oh, we're not gonna get to Mount Moon this episode. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, 12. And Penelo not having much of a character. Yeah, it's a shame, because like, I like her design a lot. And like, she probably has like the most gorgeous of the CGI images they used for promotional art, because they had, I actually have posters of all of them right in front of me, so I can easily list them off. They had Ash as one poster, they had, or as one image rather, and they had Fran and Balthier as one image, they had Bosch as one image, Vaughn as one image, and then Penelo as one image. And Penelo easily has the prettiest image, and then you're like, oh yeah, she is not really important in the game. It's a shame, because all the other characters, apart from Vaughn, are really good. And Vaughn has the player perspective, so you can excuse Vaughn not being too good. At least I can. I'm going to be playing Final Fantasy 12 on the channel, by the way. I'm not sure when exactly, because it depends on what happens in a couple of days. I think it's the 16th, but I'm not certain. I think the 16th is the 16th or the 12th, something like that. Maybe it's 10th actually. But this month is the point. This month, Final Fantasy 12 has its 10th anniversary, and I'm hoping that Square Enix announces on that day and as an HD remaster will be releasing later this year. That's what I'm hoping. If they don't, then fuck it. I'll play my own HD remaster, and I'll just play my copy of Final Fantasy 12 upscale to HD on my computer on this channel. Although I might be doing a Zodiac job system, because there is an English patch for that, and I'm not personally fond of all the changes it did. I don't like how it locks you into jobs. I feel like they should have let you switch jobs. But it does offer an interesting challenge, and a lot of people haven't seen Zodiac version since it's Japan only, so maybe that would be fun to watch. But yeah, there'll be a Final Fantasy 12 anniversary Andrea plays. If it's this month or not depends on if Square Enix announces an HD version or not. And I hope they do, because it really fucking deserves one. Final Fantasy 12 is like one of the best Final Fantasy games. It's if it's not top 5, it's the 6th place. Like, it's that high. Like, it's so fucking good. The only reason I'm not saying top 5 is because I actually have a lot of trouble listing the Final Fantasy games after 3. Like, Final Fantasy 3 is my favorite Final Fantasy game. And that's mainly due to nostalgia. Because I grew up with the Famicom version. Well, grew up is a bit of a stretch, but I played the Famicom version as a kid, and I liked it a lot. But after that, it's hard, because like you have 4, 6, 9, 7, 12, 14 are all games I absolutely find incredible. And even 2 as well to an extent. 2 has enough flaws to not be that high on the list, but 2 is probably the most underrated Final Fantasy. Like, 2 is fucking amazing. And thanks to the remakes, unlike Final Fantasy 1, it actually is somewhat playable still. So I will check out Final Fantasy 2, which I don't think is free anymore, but it was free on the Final Fantasy Portal app last month. Yeah, Final Fantasy 2 is really fucking cool. Let's see. How much for next XP? 119. That's what, 4 battles? We have a really bad, like, encounter rate for some reason. Come on! Thanks. That was my phone. I thought I had it on mute, but I guess I didn't. Oh, I don't know why I'm telling you this, but I faded out before I was able to read it. And I keep getting messy. I'm just gonna check these real quick, sorry about that. I'm not sure what that's about, actually. I'm gonna have to look into that later. Oh, Twitter messages that you're not entirely sure what they're about. It's hard to do these videos. They're fun, but oh my god, it's so hard to find things to talk about. You run out of things quite fast. Doesn't help that we're in the old area leveling again. But still. Go, Adamantoise. Tackle the Metapod. Tackle the Metapod. I'm hungry, I wanna have breakfast. I'm recording this before breakfast because I figured, hey, might as well get it done with so I don't forget about it. But I would say less than stellar idea. We can get the last thing here. Yeah, that works. Oh, it's a Caterpie level 4. That should be enough. That should give us, I want to say 40 XP. Let's see then. How accurate are my calculations? 30? Well, at least we get water gun now. Thank you. Christ. Alright, let's go kill Brock. God damn it. Hi, nurse. I always found it interesting, like, in this game, the nurse is unnamed and doesn't look like the anime nurse Joy. And yet they made, like, all the nurses in the anime be named Joy and look the same. And, like, okay. If you're gonna do that joke, at least maybe keep the design from the game, because that's where they all looked the same, but they don't look like this one, but whatever. I mean, they made it with Officer Jenny as well, so whatevs. I'm not light years, I'm 5 squares away from facing Brock. Because light years is a measure of distance, which means your statement was inaccurate. Here, have a water gun. Ouch! What, you have faster speed than me? I'm 4 levels above you. Dick. I'm right, super effective. Oh, I won't change Pokemon. Gotta kick this guy's ass. Damn straight it's super effective. Thank you. Yeah, darn. Like this in time. I know! That's what I said. Hi, Brock. Yeah, believe in what you want. Brock doesn't look at all like his sprite there. Oh, it's Geodude. Bye, Geodude. No. I could use it to exploit some experience points, but fuck it. I just want to get this over with. Thank you for the bull badge. Blah blah blah. Yes, evolve. We'll call it the end of the episode.